This is...
Wait, we should establish like what we want to talk about. What are the bullet points we need to hit here?
I got it. Okay, so we tell them that the show is called Do You Want to Make a Podcast? It is a fireside chat between two best friends who are on the hunt to create the perfect podcast. They have a lot of ideas, and they can't decide what they want to talk about.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
That's it?
That's the synopsis. Then we'll plug the social media.
Do we want to do social media?
Yeah. So we'll tell them to follow us at Do You Want to Pod, all spelled out. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also email us at doyouwanttomakeapodcast@gmail.com.
That's it.
That works for me.
Wait, I think we just did it.
We did it. That was my plan all along.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Bye.
Except hello, because now the show's starting.
Yes, it is.
Heading way downtown for the weekend. Just need some time to unwind with my best friend.
Hey, man.
I want to think. I feel like we always start with just
Hey.
and I just we gotta spice it up. We gotta get spicy.
Hey, man.
Hey, everybody.
What's going on?
It's drive time, baby.
I just ate a jalapeno pepper. It's spicy.
Spicy.
Ooh, it's a spice.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to make a podcast. Before we get too into it, I do want to recant a statement I made 2 weeks ago, or I should say, admit my ignorance. So a couple weeks ago, I mentioned that Usher equaled hip hop, right?
You did say that, yes.
At the time when I was young, to me, Usher was hip hop. But I just saw a play last night here in Philly at Interact Theater Company, and the play was all about the hip-hop scene and hip-hop culture. And I learned that you can attribute the name hip-hop to a whole slew, or it covers a wide spectrum, I should say.
I mean, that's true.
I did not realize that, because they were calling Biggie hip-hop and Tupac hip-hop, and I was like, oh, I thought that was rap. But apparently...
Well, I feel like rap is... I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I'm just saying all these terms...
We are not the people to be determining what is and is not the hippity-hoppity.
That is my point, is
and
that hip-hop is apparently alive and well, and I'm glad to have learned that.
Yeah.
So there you go, kids.
And I mean, it's all in the large Venn diagram of music that, and I say Venn diagram because, everything overlaps.
Everything's connected.
It's all connected, baby.
So, do you have more that we're opening with cold, or should we get right into the nitty-gritty?
I believe this whole episode will be cold because it's freezing.
It is so cold. Oh, man, climate change. Yeah, fake.
Stop. No, I won't even let you fake say that.
I was joking. It's totes real.
I know. I won't even let you fake say that. It makes me so angry.
Oh, man.
Climate change is real. Accept it.
I'm a nonviolent person, but oh my God, I want to hit people in the face who actually think it's not real.
Yes.
How can you think that putting this poison out into the air does nothing?
Yes.
How? What? What fucking bubble? It's clear. Just take it on a micro level. If I inhale smoke, poison, it'll do something to me, a living organism. The planet is a conglomeration of living organisms. This is simple. Simplicity. But now that I'm off that soapbox, hey, Jim Bloss.
Hello, Joe Godley.
Do you want to make a podcast while we can and we still have our planet to live on?
We better hurry up. Oh, it's warmer now.
It's just a little bit warmer.
Just a little bit warmer.
Every time the planet warms, a conservative makes more money.
Oh, no. I was talking about the fire.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to go Miracle on 34th Street.
No, I believe you mean It's a Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life. And by It's a Wonderful Life, we mean it's a fragile planet. It's a fragile ecosystem. The story of...
Every time Joe messes up a cultural reference, an angel gets its wings.
Instead of the story of George Bailey, this is the story of George...
R.R. Martin.
George R.R. Martin. No relation to the Game of Thrones creator. This is a different George R.R. Martin, who does not believe in climate change.
He says, boy, we sure could use some of that global warming right about now. And I say, stop it.
And instead of the...
I show up and I slap him across the face.
Okay, so instead of the angel Clarence the human Jim shows
It's
up
me.
and slaps this man across the face.
And I say, stop it. Don't you understand? Don't you realize that all this absurd weather is a cause of our recklessness?
He's like, no, well, I don't know. I mean, I just drive my Range Rover to work every day, and things seem fine while I'm
Slap
driving.
him again.
Ow!
Stop it.
Oh, you're almost making it sound like the world's not just about me and my experience. and
That's true. It's not.
I don't want to believe
But it
you.
is important to remember, as important as it is for you to make a difference, really, we need to encourage corporations and governments to go all in on this change, because it will take a village, the Earth village, all of us, to stop this before it's completely irreversible, which arguably it already is. So I guess do whatever you want. I don't know. All right, this is too bummer. Let's move on.
All right.
This is not the podcast. Perfect podcast, not a bummer.
Not a bummer. Okay, other things not bummer. The wealth gap, right?
Oh, never a bummer. The wealth gap.
Yeah, it's a retail store. The wealth gap. It's Gap.
Ah, yes, it's the gap.
It's the gap
for wealthy
for
people.
wealthy people.
Yes, of course.
And this is a podcast chronologizing how people take the same jeans from the Gap and they walk them down the mall to the wealth gap and sell them at 5 times the cost.
5 times the price.
Yes.
They're already selling them at 5 times the cost.
Right. So really 10 times the cost, 5 times the price. Of
No,
the Gap.
25 times the cost, my dude.
50 times the cost. I know you're doing real math and I'm doing fake math, but I'm having a lot of fun.
I mean, you could probably mark them up for 50 times the cost at the wealth gap.
Yeah. They don't even look at there are no prices at the wealth gap.
I mean, it might be more than 5 times the cost. It depends. Where are we making these jeans? Where does the Gap make their jeans?
Well, all jeans come from the same place. They come from sweatshops in probably Cambodia, and they get shipped out to a bunch of different retailers who slap, Levi's labels on this one, Wranglers on this one, and then Gap, and then the Wealth Gap, or just WG for short. You got a little WG on the butt pocket.
Wealth Gap.
Yeah, so that's where the jeans come from. They go to the Wealth Gap, and really fancy people. Do fancy people even set foot in the Wealth Gap?
Do fancy people? They send
for their
clothes.
clothes.
Yeah, they send for it. Are these jeans covered in gold? Because if not, they're not real Wealth Gap jeans. Yeah.
Well, you got to remember, they're just taken from the Gap and moved to the Wealth Gap. They're not altered in any way. It's the same pair of jeans, is my point.
I mean, it doesn't take a lot to dip it in gold.
It takes melted. Do you know how much to melt down enough gold to dip a pair of jeans in takes a lot of gold? And you're telling me that a mall in the back room just has a giant smelter and a forge?
I'm saying the Wealth Gap does.
In their back room where they should have an employee break room, there is a smelter.
Yes, it's 300 degrees.
Now, do you think that the wealthy who send for the clothes at the Wealth Gap, do they use like common delivery services like GoPuff or Uber Eats? I mean, I know Eats is food, but roll with me here. Or do they have people in their employ who they send?
They have people in their employ that they make use those apps.
Oh yeah, because I don't even think wealthy folks know how to use a phone.
So there's an app.
Uh-huh.
What's it called again? I forget.
It's called Peasant.
Love it. Yes, that's it. It's called Peasant. No, it's called Plebeian, but it's spelled without vowels.
It's spelled almost like pleasant, like P-L-E-A-S.
Yeah, well, it's spelled sans vowels, so it's spelled P-L-B-N, basically. Plebeian.
Very good. So they go on plebin.
Right. So they go on plebeian.
Let's just say plebin for the sake of time. Plebin, because it's more fun.
Okay. But I just want to state for the record that the app company is called Plebeian.
Yes.
And the rich people do call it Plebeian.
But we
don't have time for that.
Nor do we have the status. So we call it
No, we call it Plebeian.
The plebins call it plebin.
Right. I ate 4 Cheez-Its to prepare for this, and they're good.
Kids, if you're trying to make a podcast and you need to get in the zone, 4 Cheez-Its.
4 Cheez-Its, exactly 4. Extra toasty.
Extra toasty.
You ever had an extra toasty Cheez-It?
No.
I'm sorry,
what?
we're a little off topic now, but
I want to pause everything and devour this.
They're the right amount of toasty. Ooh. Extra toasty. So they got a little extra crunch.
I love this.
Yeah. They're like new-ish. Very popular though. My dad loves them.
Oh man.
And I also enjoy them.
You know how to pick a snack, my friend. I'll give you that. No matter what anyone else says, you know how to pick your snacks.
I would just call me a snack sommelier, baby. Snack sommelier.
But back to Plibbin.
All right, so Plibbin. So the rich people, they only really know how to use Plibbin, and it's actually really just like a voice messenger, and
Yeah.
they just like hit a button on Plibbin, and they say, "Get me jeans from the Wealth Gap," and then someone else is like, "Okay, well, I guess
Jim.
I'll go onto the Wealth Gap app."
Jim, I think you're on the right track, but I think it's as simple as them just touching and going, jeans!
You're right.
They're not expending that much effort.
You're right. What kind of rich person speaks in complete sentences?
No!
When speaking to their plebeians. Of course. Yes, they just go, jeans! And then, the Wealth Gap has a deal with plebeian, or
Right.
plebeian, because, we're talking about the actual thing. They have a deal with plebeian. So the Wealth Gap provides jeans to plebeian, and then...
I also want to throw out that this app does the opposite of all the services millennials love. So this app does not donate a pair when you buy a pair.
No,
In
as a
fact,
matter of fact,
it
when you
buys
order
an extra
when
pair.
you order one pair, it automatically orders two.
It takes
And
it
you know
takes
what?
a pair
And-
of pants off
Off someone
of
else.
someone who's struggling in a third world country. This app is fucking atrocious.
Oh my gosh.
But
Yes.
the wealth gap lives on.
Yeah.
So okay, they press
That's
the
like
button.
that's like like when they go and they hit the button and they say dinner. It'll go down to like the food kitchen and like take food off the shelves of the
away
food pantry.
from the poor.
Right, away from the poor.
Oh man. I'm so glad we're doing a podcast about non-bummer things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to go on another tirade and be like, and this is why we need to tax the rich at higher than 37%.
I feel like you're
double
dangerously close to summoning a favorite guest of ours.
that. No, I'm tired of Bernie.
Luckily, saying his name doesn't do it. You have to talk about Bernie's arch rival, JB.
Yeah. I have things to say about him too, but
About JB?
yeah, I don't. I'm not. This is a bummer again. This is gonna get me riled up.
Come on, there's people out there that need to feel like they're not alone in their angst, Jim. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be upset.
You're right. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Oh, sing to me, Jim. Sing to me. I just couldn't stay away.
I saw a graphic recently, and again, like I say a lot of things, people are talking a lot about Jeff Bezos lately, but I saw one that was like, if you take the percentage of his wealth that he donates to charity, it's like less than 1%. Technically, Donald Trump donates more of his wealth to charity than Jeff Bezos.
Jim, I don't think I have ever been more shook by a statistic. And if I were to run again in 2020, you know what? No, I'm just gonna leave it there. Leave you in suspense. But I will, at the end
Bernie.
of every email, ask you to make a $3 donation to my re-election campaign.
Oh,
Which is
Bernie.
kind of a mixed message, because I keep saying if I run again, but I'm also asking constantly for those $3 donations. This is a real thing. It goes out in my emails.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get your emails, Bernie.
Joe does. Yes, I do, Mr. Sanders. Hello. Was that it?
There are already too many people running, Bernie. Please don't.
Well,
And much younger people, Bernie. I love and respect you, but
Jim, are you not aware that I am immortal?
no.
I've been around since the dawn of time.
That seems like a stretch, but okay.
But come on, if anyone,
If anyone has been, I guess it's you.
it's me.
It's hard for me to believe that someone who's been around since the dawn of time is a socialist, but okay.
When you've been around the block as much as I have, you just want everyone to get along.
That's fair.
Well, I think
All
my
right.
work here is done.
All right, Bernie. Yeah, it's
Play
always
me out, Joe.
It's always good to see you.
Bye,
I
Mr.
guess.
Sanders. We love you. I love you a little bit more than Jim does.
Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate.
And Terry Gross. Okay, he's gone now.
He is gone now.
We were talking about Plibbin, but
We
we
were
don't have
talking
to.
about Plibbin.
We don't have to revisit that.
No, I mean I think we've kind of hit all the bases. It's not our product anyway, so
Yeah, why are we helping plug Plibbin?
yeah, really. If anything doesn't need to be plugged, it's Plibbin.
Man, okay. Screwdrivers.
The drink or the tool?
Ooh. Why not both? Well, you make the drink with the tool. That's how the legend goes.
Is it?
Yeah, so the
I
screwdriver.
know. I don't even know what it's. I just know that the screwdriver is a drink. I don't even know anything about it.
So putting
You
that,
were a bartender in a past life.
Oh yeah, and I spent all this money on bartending. Kids, do not enroll in a bartending class. It is not worth the money. But hey, Now I get to tell you what a screwdriver is because I learned about it in bartending class.
I'm impressed that you have retained all this knowledge.
Just this.
Just
this is
this
pretty
one?
much all I remember.
Oh, okay.
So the screwdriver is a drink that is 1 part vodka, 1 part orange juice.
Ugh.
Yeah, now just get ready. So it was said in days of old that construction workers used to just put vodka in their orange juice and take it to work.
Ugh.
Eventually the vodka will just sink to, I don't know, the bottom or float to the top. But anyway, they will separate,
Right.
Unless mixed. So these construction workers would take their canteens and a screwdriver, put the screwdriver in the canteen to mix up the orange juice and vodka, remove the screwdriver, and then drink that god-awful mixture. And that's why it is called a screwdriver.
Everything about that is terrible.
Yes, it is.
Everything about that is terrible.
Where do we begin?
The screwdriver's canceled.
What?
Canceled. Canceled. Have you not heard that phrase? That's like what the kids are saying now.
No.
Like if they don't like something, they're like, it's canceled.
Oh, okay.
So the screwdriver's canceled.
All right. That's so
It's
you
dead. Basically, it's dead to me.
are you going to write a letter to every bar in America and,
Yes,
and inform
it's
them
canceled.
that it's been
you can
canceled?
no longer combine. You really can't combine orange juice and anything except orange juice and champagne and make a mimosa. That's good.
Okay, so that's still scheduled.
That's actually
What's the
pretty
opposite
good.
of canceled? It's
Picked up for another
revived.
season.
It's been okay. So it's greenlit.
Yeah, it's greenlit. Mimosas are greenlit. What else uses orange juice in it? Is it tequila sunrise? Does that use orange juice?
I think that's greenlit.
Yeah, I guess we
Freaking
can
delicious.
greenlight that. But vodka and orange juice? No, can't do it.
Vodka, period, is just vile, in my biased opinion.
I haven't had vodka in a long time.
Well, I think that's like when you're young and trying to rebel, like that's the first thing, at least in my experience. I mean, I had a beer like once, but if I wanted to try hard liquor, it's like, oh, vodka. I don't know, maybe because it's clear, because it's cheap or whatever.
Yes, probably both of those.
What is it? What is it about vodka that makes young kids trying to drink go for that first?
You can flavor it.
Yeah, with anything. That's
And like they sell flavored vodka.
what more proof do you need that something sucks if it always requires a mixer,
Yes.
such as vodka?
No, but I'm saying you can get like cherry vodka.
Oh, like Pinnacle Whip and
Yeah, like and Burnett's and stuff like that.
yeah.
Which is also it's very cheap. But hey,
So-
kids, don't drink.
So what else is canceled?
But if you are going to drink something better than that.
Come on, do better. 2019, let's do better.
Yeah, what else do we want to cancel? It feels negative. What else do we want to pick up for another season?
All right, so we're gonna green
What else?
light.
What else do we want to green light?
Green light elevator music.
Okay.
I'm into it.
Okay.
Ba-da-bum.
Just the girl from Impanina over and over again.
Ba-ba-dum-bum, bum, ba-ba-dum-ba. Tambourines, greenlit.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Get
yes.
yourself some tambourines.
I can agree with that.
Gonna green light John Legend.
Yes.
Give me the green light.
Yes.
Give me just one night.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, that song's a little skeezy, really. But
It is so
it's
funky.
It's a great
Oh
song.
my God, is it
But like, if
funky.
you listen to the lyrics, they're a little skeezy.
Yeah, but like, let's put it this way: skeezy, but very. Tact is not the right word, but there's a lot of artistry in that skis.
Yes. And I will say he is, like, the premise of the song is that he's asking for consent. So, you know.
Yes.
So
That's not skeezy at all.
that's not skeezy.
green lighting, green light.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Hey, kids, ask for consent.
And no means no.
No means no.
I know everything I say sounds
And-
sarcastic, but I
and-
truly mean no means no.
Only yes means yes.
Correct.
That's important.
That is, we're dead ass serious.
Yes.
Everything we say sounds sarcastic. We mean
No,
that.
that's very
We mean
very
this
true.
shit.
Yeah.
So what else we're gonna greenlight? We've greenlit consent.
Yes.
Treating people as humans. Gonna greenlight that.
Yes, treating people with dignity.
I'm gonna greenlight not Donald Trump.
Okay.
Just the vague statement, not Trump.
Okay. You're getting into the negative space.
I know. I'm
Careful.
I'm on a
We're not
tightrope.
canceling things.
Right.
You can't if you greenlight not something, aren't you technically just canceling it?
Well, now that you put it that way, moving forward, I won't do that. But I just
Okay.
wanted to work that loophole for a quick minute.
All right, that's fair.
Loopholes. I love a loophole.
Uh,
Come on.
depends on
The
the
loophole
situation.
the loophole that I worked in college got me like 12 free burritos from Qdoba.
Okay, that's a fine
That
loophole.
was a great loophole.
If you want to loophole Qdoba, you can loophole Qdoba.
Oh, they've changed their point system. I think I single-handedly forced their
I'm talking
revamp.
like tax loopholes. Hey man, don't be like that.
Well, okay, but are you talking about legally filing your taxes in a way that saves you money as a loophole?
I'm talking about, well, yes and no.
So define loophole in taxes.
I'm talking about tax loopholes like corporations not paying taxes because they take all their money and
But you, Jim,
put it
could
somewhere
start a
else.
corporation just with yourself. I mean, this is oversimplifying, but if you started an S corp or something like that, you could save money on your taxes. Anyone can do this with their own money.
Yes.
And I'm
a small business though.
right. I'm not advocating for corporations. I just want people to understand that
I'm not a businessman. I'm a business.
you're a businessman. All right. So you're greenlighting Jay-Z?
Yeah, we can greenlight Jay-Z. If we greenlight Jay-Z, we definitely have to greenlight Beyonce though.
Well, I didn't
But,
think
I mean,
that
that
even
was-
needed
Well,
saying.
no, everything needs saying. Anything that we do
Clarity.
not greenlight right now is not greenlit.
greenlight clarity.
Greenlight clarity.
Greenlight charity.
Yeah.
Charity, clarity.
Charity and clarity.
Greenlight hilarity. I love laughing. Laughter.
Greenlight rarity.
Rarity.
Be one of a kind.
Greenlight
Greenlight merity,
merity?
which is not a word.
Merit? Like value?
I mean, I was thinking like being merry.
Ah, yes.
But greenlight merit, it's important to like
Take pride in what you do.
take pride in what you do. Yes, exactly. Take pride in what you do. As long as it's not hurting other people.
Good. Greenlight caveats.
Greenlight those caveats. Caveats are like the anti-loopholes, I feel like.
No, I think they're a cousin.
Well, yeah, I was trying to talk about them being related without them being. Yeah, I mean, they're
Greenlight
like.
family, man.
Greenlight that family.
Greenlight family. Greenlight towels.
Towels are important. Greenlight towels that can be doubled as blankets. Because it's cold.
Greenlight resourcefulness. Okay.
Greenlight reduce, reuse, recycle. I feel like. Pause. I feel like we've been doing this a lot lately where we just kind of list things.
Yeah. But how else are we going to
'Cause
come
we
up with
do.
the idea for the perfect podcast? We're
You're right.
spitballing where you got to keep that momentum moving.
Yeah, Greenlight the perfect podcast. Greenlight National Geographic.
National Geriatric?
Stop it. We're trying to get a deal with them.
National Geriatric, yeah.
I can't tell. I can't. Ooh!
Greenlight messing with your buddy.
Greenlight Rage. Just kidding. Don't Greenlight Rage.
There's
Rage
a-
is canceled.
There's
Well, no. Feeling emotions is greenlit. So, therefore, Rage is greenlit.
yes. It's not acted is meant to
Rage
be
caveats are greenlit. Rage within reason.
greenlight about to greenlight Julia Cameron in the artist way. Anger is meant to be acted on, not acted out. So acting out your anger is like punching
Yes,
someone in the
yes,
face.
okay, yes,
Acting
please.
on your anger
Yes.
is like, ooh, I'm feeling angry because someone said something to me. What am I going to do about that? How am I going to respond, right? You're acting on your anger versus acting out your anger is, oh, you fuck me, well, fuck you, and then punch somebody, you know?
Right.
Anger can also be if something in the world is angering you. Okay, how am I going to act on that anger? How am I going to live differently? What am I going to do as a result of this anger? How do I use it as fuel to bring about the change that I want to bring about? Oh, man.
What?
No, I just wanted to say that more eloquently than I did. But yeah, Julia Cameron.
I mean, you can go again.
Greenlight Julia Cameron.
I don't know if you know this, but we do edit this.
What?
So you can like say it again and then we'll just cut the first time.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So we record this show and then I black out and I find myself back at this very table. To quote the Magic Tavern, this very table. I find myself at this table. So you're telling me that, because I've just been devoting my whole life to this podcast, Jim.
Right.
I don't really
Right.
do much else. So am I sleep editing? Am I...
Maybe, because I don't edit all of them.
Well, there are other me's that edit this. We've
Oh, that's
discussed
right.
time travel.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, I'm Joe, like, 9.
Oh, hello, Joe 9.
Yeah, Joe 9 has not been doing this as long as the other Joes.
That's right. I always forget that, Like, that's why sometimes it feels like we repeat bits a little bit.
Yeah, because I'm part of
you haven't been a part of it.
A multiverse of Joes
Yes.
who cycle through.
Yes.
Because the other Joes are always like, ooh, we'll do this project and we'll do that project and we'll work a day job and we'll see our friends, and they're just trying to do everything all at once. So it takes a lot of us.
Hey, taking time for yourself?
Greenlight that?
It's greenlit.
I'll pass that along to the
To the
Council
other Joes.
of
Yeah, to
Joes.
the consulate. Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to go for that, but
Yeah.
because they're kind of workaholics, but
Yeah.
I'll definitely bring it up because I would love a break. I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
feel that.
I haven't hung out with you, Jim, in months. Joe 9
Yeah,
has
Joe
not hung
9,
out with
yeah.
Jim Prime in months. I mean, I'm
There's
assuming
only one of me, baby.
there's only one of.
I'm an original.
Well, see, what you don't know is in the other multiverses, I have encountered the other Jims. There's like a Bizarro Jim who's
See,
like
okay.
4'2"
Pause.
and red haired.
Pause.
Yeah.
I know that this is a real thing that we're really talking about, but we're
Right.
getting dangerously close to that Rick and Morty episode with the Council of Ricks.
Oh, I'm totally riffing off that.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure.
No, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We don't actually have to pause. I just wanted to state that
It's
we're
like
getting
every Rick has
dangerously-
his Morty, every Joe has his Jim, and their dynamics are different.
Right.
I mean, neither one of us is a mad scientist. You got to understand, Jim, is that there's no original idea left in the world.
Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it, and before them, Shakespeare wrote about it, and Shakespeare even stole from Greek mythology, and we don't have records
Right.
dating back much further, but everyone has been taking like the 10 ideas and putting their own spin on it.
Yeah. I like how we went from Simpsons to Shakespeare.
Yeah,
There's nothing in between.
right. And but like that sounds depressing, but when you think about it, it's actually quite liberating because it takes the pressure off of any creative person to come up with like, ooh, this idea has never been done before. My stance on that is to just do
It's never been done before by you.
right. Yes, style equals story. How I tell the story of Boy Meets Girl is the story. How Jim tells the story of Boy Meets Girl is a totally different story. Style equals
Typically,
storytelling.
I would tell a Boy Meets World style story.
Right. This is all tangential. Style equals storytelling is
greenlit.
Is greenlit. It was also first said by my buddy Brett Wagner, friend of the show. Hey Brett, really smart dude. Check out his stuff. He's an illustrator and filmmaker and all around one of the best dudes ever. And I want him to have credit for that phrase. So yeah, and I've seen a lot of them as one of the many Joes in the multiverse.
Wow. That's...
Do you want to know anything about the other Jims? Or you just would rather ignorance is bliss it?
No, you can tell me a little bit about them. I don't really want to meet them because I feel like that could cause a little bit of a rift.
Yeah, unless you take place in like a neutral plane, like where the Joes all sort of hang out sometimes.
Okay.
They don't get along very well, the Joes, but I
Right.
feel like the Jims might get along.
Okay.
Jims are a much kinder race.
Okay.
And by race, I mean group.
That still sounds segregated.
Yeah.
But
Fuck.
all right, are we
Jims
gonna,
are a much kinder breed.
that still sounds weird, but
Come
okay.
on, there's got to be a way for me to say this. The Jims are a much kinder...
Period. A much
No,
kinder.
because they're not kinder. Because you give Joe shit all the time. So they're not... So the Jims get along better with themselves than the Joes do, is safe to say.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. They're a
would
lot
think.
more
I don't really know,
The Jims are a
actually.
lot more laid back than the Joes.
Like I said, I haven't met them.
Right. So I think the funniest part to me is that the Jims all have different hair colors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like one is like red haired, the other one's blue, and they just say, yo red, yo blue. Like they don't call each other Jim, they just call each other by the color.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like Power Rangers.
Yeah. They dress in Power Ranger outfits as well. I don't know why they do that.
Me neither. It seems like an interesting idea, though.
Yeah, because I mean, you're not in a Power Ranger outfit right now at all.
Right.
So
I'm
it's-
not.
Oh, but I mean, I don't know what you're wearing under that t-shirt.
Right. You don't. It's definitely.
I wonder if all the
It's
Jim-
definitely not a Power Ranger outfit.
And sometimes the gyms all come together and they do form a mega gym.
Well, they have gym robots.
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, because
and it's a
like the
mega
actual
gym.
like the blending of flesh would be unpleasant.
Right, but what's
So
funny
I just wanted to.
this
I mean, I
mega-
just had a feeling. I had a feeling that it wasn't a blending of flesh.
No, this mega gym when is formed, it's just he just kind of hangs out, like
Yeah, just
all the other gyms.
just chills?
They just want to chill as a giant robot.
This all sounds accurate.
Oh, they have. You might want to meet the perfect gyms after I tell you. Not the perfect gyms. The gyms have all been
No, they're perfect. Just like all of them are.
and modest,
Just like me.
and hella modest. The gyms have been working on the perfect pizza. They are super close.
What?
Yep.
What?
I think they wanted to be the ones to tell you this, but they're working on all of Jim's favorite foods.
What?
And they are close to synergy.
What? Synergy.
Buzzwords like synergy. Yep. Buzzwords are greenlit, by the way.
Nirvana.
Yeah. So they're working towards Jimvana, which is
which is the perfect
pizza.
Pizzavana.
If you want, I could introduce you to the. They're a little
I would like to
worried
be
about-
introduced to the perfect pizza.
They're a little worried about how you would handle it. Not the pizza, but seeing all the other gyms.
Joe 9, I don't know if you have this kind of authority, but you can. I guess.
Shall I take you to Pizza Town?
Take me? Won't you take me to
Pizza
Town?
Okay, well, we're nearing the end of time. Kids, I am going to transport Jim to the interdimensional pizza plane, and we will be back next week with how that went.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's gonna be a long trip then.
Until
Oh,
then,
I better call out of work.
no time. Bye, Mom, and Terry Gross.
I don't need your mile-long bridge. Williamsburg is too expensive. Fuck the A train. Am I insane? No, I'm just never